Good morning. Happy Saturday, guys. We are headed to a mountain peak today. It is only 6 o'clock. We'll be there by 8. And our goal is to summit my second highest peak since I moved to Colorado. I've done one 14er, so this will be a 13er, but it's going to be the highest 13er I've ever done. So it's going to come in second place as far as highest peak I've done ever in Colorado. So let's hit the road, Jack. I'll hit you up when we get there. We are almost to the trailhead. We've got about 1 mile left to go. It's a pretty rickety, rocky road, so it'll probably take us another 15 minutes. This is part of an old abandoned mine that was called Gray's Peak Mine. I think it was also called Broken Handle Mine. It's located at the base here of Kelso Mountain. It's obviously not in production anymore, but when it was in production, I believe it was known for its gold production. I think we're gonna pass along some beautiful creeks. Some of the water flow I hear is runoff from the old mine though. And it's got a lot of hard metals in it still. So definitely not safe to drink, even if you filter it. So I hear. Without further ado, let's get this hike started. You're coming with me to the summit today. Let's go. All right, so what I was telling you about the old mine runoff, this is it right here. The rocks are so white. I have never seen anything like that in my life. This section of the trail has really challenged me mentally. It is not hard physically, but man, this is a part that you don't really want to look down because the trail actually hugs the side of the mountain. So one side is like really steep going up and one side is really steep going down. So it feels like if you take one wrong step, you could literally slide down the mountain. So I'm going super slow. I'd be lying if I told you I was not nervous on this trail today. I am out of breath because of my nerves. When this happens, I just stop, take a deep breath or two. If I have to, I even squat down and touch the earth. That way I don't feel like I'm totally falling over and rolling down this mountain. Woo! Oh boy. The views are incredible right now. But there's a teeny tiny part of me that doesn't want to look over there. I'm looking at my feet, these rocks, and this edge. And you now and then. All right, guys. Whew. We are winded, and the reason why is because we're starting to dip our toes into 13,000 foot territory. So I'm gonna take a little breather right here before we press on. Isn't it gorgeous? The peak we're going to is right about there. So we've got about probably a mile left. probably about 1,000 feet elevation gain left, because we are right around 13 now, and we're going to 13.8 and some change. Oh boy, here we go. Okie dokie, we are officially at 13,000 feet. And that means we've got about 800 feet and some change to go to get to the summit. I am actually staring at the summit right now. Alrighty, so we are almost to the summit. We're so close, but I wanted to point out we got up top this ridge here. So this is the trail that I've been on, the Argentine Pass trail right here, down all through that way. But what I'm pointing out is, check out what's up here. A Jeep and a side-by-side. So they took Argentine Pass, the ATV or the road to get up here, and then they just have to climb about 600 feet up to the summit. I usually start to get so nervous, like incredibly nervous, right before the summit, and obviously I'm feeling the same way today, because if I'm not mistaken, that peak right there, that is Mount Edward, and that's where we're headed. Trail ain't much of a trail. Look what's behind me. Barely a trail. Let's do it. Uh-oh. Okie dokie. So when I pointed and said, there's our summit, just kidding. It was a false summit. As a matter of fact, there were 2 false summits. So now I can see the actual summit. We are a quarter mile away, and we have only 300 feet in altitude, elevation gain, left to go. So I am tired, and it is scary. And we have snow flurries now happening up here. But we're not expecting a storm, so I'm going to boogie and get up that summit because I am way too close to turn around. We are literally within about 150 feet from the summit of Mount Edwards. It's getting windy, so I'm not going to be able to talk a lot, but I'm going to turn this around and show you the summit, and then a little bit more when we get up top. All right, guys, we did it. We summited Mount Edwards. It was not easy, but holy crap, am I proud. That behind me, right there that you're seeing, that is Grays and Torrey's Peak. Those are 14ers. So we are on Mount Edwards, which is right next door. It is unreal. So we've got about a quarter mile left to the car. Before we get there, I always love to turn around and look at where I came from and just point out that the gal from Sea Level just came from that peak right there. But what I want you to notice is I came from this end. Check out all the false summits. It doesn't look like much from down here, but they are ass kickers. Great news. I see the old mine where we started the trek today. So that means we are definitely close to the car. All right, everybody, we're back in the car. I am smiling because we did this summit today. It was my second highest summit that I've ever done in Colorado in 4 years. The only other one I did that was higher was Mount Bierstadt, and she's a 14er, so that speaks for itself. We even got to see some mountain goats today. I hope you had a really good time today. I'll see you on the next one.